Of course she's an incredible athlete. I'm not saying, I just said she's probably the greatest gymnast of all time. She's also very selfish, she's immature, and she is a shame to the country. She's totally a sociopath. Of course she's a sociopath. Andrew said she's not a sociopath. What kind of person skips the gold medal match? Who does that? It's a shame to the nation.
Hey guys, today we're gonna talk about Simone Biles. My name is Meat Puppet. From the clip that you saw in the beginning, that actually is the main reason why it triggered me a little. That I was like, how can you be so confident that you say, I'm not even sure if she's suffering from mental health or whatever, but then you go on to say you go so forth in another direction, telling her that she's a coward, a sociopath, and I'm like, what are you on about? You don't even know if she has mental health and you can go off that quickly? It surprises me.
So Simone Biles, I don't know her politics. I don't. I just know that she's shown on television a lot. I don't know if she was ever sexually assaulted or abused. So I don't know what she's been through.
Interesting, right? It took me 50 minutes to find out everything about her. And he can do that. But without even knowing that, he feels justified to go on a rant. So, to start off, Simone Biles, when I saw the news, for me, I thought, you know what? She's a quitter. Every video I saw online, she's a quitter. She's a coward. And honestly, I thought, hey, she seems like a coward because if you go with your team, you took the spot of another person. And at that moment, you realized, I'm a quitter. Well, not a quitter, just you're not ready to do this because you weren't performing that well and the pressure was getting onto you. So I thought, hey, that's a normal thing, any sport, right? If you're bad, the pressure gets onto you and yeah, you feel bad for yourself, right? In front of the whole world, right? So then I just found out, wait, Simone Biles was like a very, very, very good girl. I'm like, what? She's like that good? She's like, was like the best one on the team. And it seems, yeah, she gets gold, gold, gold. I was like, damn. And it's a Google away, right? Just like this special man in the beginning could just Google her, right? Before he went on a rant.
Don't show up to the Olympics and compete if you're not ready for the big moments. This is not high school. This is not college. This is the Olympics. It's bigger than yourself, Simone. So Simone Biles, who's obviously a very talented gymnast, decided not to compete in the gold medal competition. Now, she probably could have just competed and just kind of checked the boxes and they would have got a gold medal.
I'm not even sure if this is true, but I saw a comment on his own video that says, hey man, you're a dropout, right? Which kind of makes me understand you're supposed to be empathetic when somebody just wants to drop out and do something else at another moment when you feel kind of recovered, right? You're supposed to understand it.
Simone Biles says, this Olympic Games, I wanted to be for myself when I came in, and I felt like I was still doing it for other people, as she cried after the team event on Tuesday. So that just, it like hurts my heart because doing what I love has been kind of taken away from me to please other people. Yeah, that's the point, Simone Biles. You're representing your nation, you're selfish sociopath.
It's like this guy is calling her a traitor. A sociopath? So just a Google away, ladies and gentlemen. You can see here 2011. She has quite a few goals. Wait. So many goals? That's actually quite interesting, right? I realized, damn, she wasn't like in a group and she was maybe the best and she quit. No, she was the best of the best. And now everybody's like, well, you can't keep doing that. You quit. I was like, that's interesting. Maybe I should not judge her. So I started to do more research and then I just found out, what? She has ADHD and she was taking medication for that? Oh, that's interesting. But wait, there's more. So imagine you have ADHD, you take a specific medication, and it seemed there was some weird Russian hacking that went on, and they found out all these people that were taking specific drugs in the background. certain people were like, hey man, we cannot do this. This is bad. We're anti-doping agency and everything. And it became a special situation. At least from what I could find online. Currently, the only drug used to treat ADHD that is legal in Japan is Concerta. While Ritalin is available in Japan to treat sleep disorder, it is not prescribed to ADHD patients, right? So you get where I'm coming from. So imagine you're there, you want to use your medication so you can focus and do all the salts in an interesting way, and you're like, hey man, you can't do it anymore. And now you're under a pressure. She says she can't focus. It's kind of hard. She was having some mental issues. And hey,
Today it's like, you know what? I'm not going to do something stupid and get hurt. It's just not worth it. Especially when you have like 3 amazing athletes that can step up to the plate and do it. So you know who has the gold medal? Russia.
who the hell cares about Russia? You guys are so stupid. It would not even surprise me that Russia, these people, might actually empathize with her because they understand the struggle that they're going through. Or they might understand. And somebody that does a podcast or sits on a couch, switches the television on and be like, hey man, I want to watch the Olympics, is gonna judge them and be like, you took a spot of somebody. And you don't even understand the pressure, how people might have goaded her in a position that she wasn't ready? Dude, come on. And for all the other people that find it like a little squeamish, I'm gonna show you a few shots of people breaking their parts. But you won't see the break, but almost. So you have a freaking idea what the heck is happening. This isn't a simple sport.
Twists. According to her coach and teammates, her technique was flawed and inconsistent when performing the vault during practices. Nevertheless, Gomez's coaches pushed her to pursue it, believing it would earn her higher points. During the warm-ups, Gomez raced towards the vault, but slipped off the springboard and hit the vaulting horse headfirst at full speed. She became paralyzed from the neck down. A subsequent incident in a Japanese hospital then resulted in her being disconnected from her ventilator. Gomez went into a coma. Her family continued to care for her for 3 more years until she succumbed to an infection in 1991.
I mean, it's not like football, somebody kicks you, you fall. These people twist like plastic, man, right? Krang, krang, krang. I don't want to do a bunch of splits and spinning and triangle stuff and land in the wrong way. You land on your wrong toe, it's like you step on a Lego, people. And you want people to assume that's normal?
In what was described as a freak accident, the 20-year-old slipped and took a hard fall, irreparably damaging her spine. She died in the hospital 2 days later.
And the more I researched, I was like, wait. I got you so many medals. I performed it. I'm almost the best. One of the most consistent people out there. And the moment I'm like, you know what? Mentally, I'm doing a few stuff and I'm not ready to do it. A very dangerous sport. If you land wrong, you're in trouble. Nah, man, you don't want to do that.
At some point over the course of his floor routine, Fujimoto severely injured his right knee. He didn't tell anyone and participated in the team event right away. In spite of his badly damaged knee, Fujimoto scored a 9.5 on the Pommel horse, as well as 9.7 on the rings. He displayed exceptional focus during both events. As one doctor put it, how he managed to do somersaults and twists and land without collapsing in screams is beyond my comprehension. However, dismounting the rings would seal Fujimoto's gymnastics career. His knees bent to absorb the impact, and his right leg started to wobble, nearly collapsing.
And surprisingly, before we be all technical, remember, this is the lady that had a doctor that was funky everybody with his finger when he was checking the genitals and stuff, and nobody said anything. Even when the organization knew something was fishy, we were like, well, he's kind of like the best dude. Let him do his thing and we're going to see what's going to happen. But guess what? A bunch of girls said, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. Opened their mouth and everybody was, what? This has been happening for so long and nobody did net anything? Hey girls, have you come forward? Yes, we came forward. We told you. Oh, my bad. And now the guy is in a gangster prison. But the problem what most people don't think about is this. Remember, if you experience something that is so bad and negative, you start realizing what your worth is in the long run. When my mom passed away, I didn't have any self-worth because I believe I have to prove to everybody that I'm okay. I had to prove my stepmother that I'm okay. That is a gangster stigma that was in my head for a very long time. This girl is doing a sport that she considers fun, beautiful, everything. There's a bunch of stuff she can do. But guess what? Guess what? It came a point that she like, I got all these finger pushed in my body. I'm doing all these spinning things. I need my freaking drug to be able to act like a normal human being because I'm doing dangerous move. And right now I can't take my medication. And everybody is like, you're the best, you're the best, you're the best, you're the best. You're the goat, the sheep, the bison, the lion, the tiger, the alligator. I'm like, come on people, what's wrong with you?
Sang was performing a routine vault to familiarize herself with the apparatus. However, something went horribly wrong. The 17-year-old fell directly on her head after mistiming her landing. She couldn't get up from the mat on her own and was taken straight to a trauma center. Sang underwent cervical spine fusion and spinal realignment. Despite doctors' best efforts, the damage to her spine was too severe, and Sang was left paralyzed from her mid-chest down. Strangely enough, Sang would later claim that her injury was caused by the coach of another team, who'd removed a mat from her landing area during her push-off. Chinese officials reportedly refused to believe Sang and attributed her accusation to brain damage. She also claimed to have been abruptly abandoned by the Chinese national gymnastics team after she'd become paralyzed.
There comes a point that somebody's like, no, I don't want this anymore. Go talk to all the kids that were super intelligent when they were small, right? And everybody's like, you're so intelligent, you're so intelligent, you're so intelligent. And when they're a failure in the future, go ask them what happened. They says, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. You know what happened? If you keep telling somebody they're good, they won't, they just backfire. They don't want to do anything that can become a negative statistic in your point of view because I can't prove to them that I'm bad. And it's kind of weird, right? So I think this girl just reached a point that she's like, snap.
That would change her life forever. The teenager lost control during the second rotation of a double back dismount and fell directly on her neck. She instantly couldn't feel anything from her chest down. Several vertebrae in Miles's spine had become dislodged. Doctors were optimistic about her eventually being able to move her upper limbs, but claimed only a miracle would enable her to walk again. Her family hoped that the teen's competitive drive would help her on the long road to recovery.
Why the heck am I going to do this? Because if I spin, break my neck, break my back or anything, nobody's going to say, oh, she had some mental health issue. Well, everybody's going to say she should have trained more. If she lands wrong, nobody really cares. If somebody was checking me, violating my body, and I realize who is my real friends and who sees me as a business object, you will wake up. The fact that she just woke up, I just realized you have no idea. Of course, the image it sends out that you can quit whenever you want, I understand the people why they might think that.
Samir Ait Saeed's vault let out a collective gasp upon witnessing his disastrous landing. The gymnast had shattered his left shin with a crack that echoed in the arena. He remained on the mat in shock, and as he held his left leg below the knee, the lower part of his ankle and foot dangled in the opposite direction.
With the amount of video footage that you just saw about all the crunchy stuff that people did, the dangerous that this thing is, that's like somebody that goes to the army, they want to quit, and you're going to tell me, well, that is what you wanted to do. Protect us in this nation, you sociopath. I'm like, why even bother? This guy has no idea what he is talking about. We all want an image of somebody that goes to somewhere where we're paying you to train to be the representative of our country. And if you cannot perform at that level, I get it. You went for us and then you're like, man, I can't handle it. Maybe you shouldn't have told me the truth, right? But she could not because I was telling him constantly, you're the GOAT, you're the GOAT, you're the GOAT. But I've seen a lot of videos online. But the way this dude talked about her, I was like, damn, who the heck are you? Your job is like a freaking podcast. Just talk to the mic. How can you judge somebody like that? It surprises me. Do I think she's a failure because, yeah, might be. She might be, but I think it's more in between. She failed to have the guts to tell people and she told it late. And I'm just surprised that somebody can talk so much shit without doing certain research that I found within 50 minutes. Dude, why? I don't know, man. It just surprises me how people can think sometimes. Yes, maybe she gets some brand deals. Oh, she's courageous. Of course she's freaking courageous. Are there many kids like kind of soft these days? I do agree with you. But dude, if I'm taking drugs because I have ADHD, this is such a gangster job. I got fingers pushed up my stuff. And then I want a kid and the first thing that comes to your mind is, you're a coward? You can't talk that passionate, uninformed about people. I thought the same as him in the beginning. But do your research. Simple.
Don't get me wrong, makosa kita bong. Put a fire na mi blonde kush hash purple skunk criollo colombici jam jam turloqueta verdeta welcome.